Eclipse Phase, Porthuman Studio's game of science fiction transhuman horror. It's a bit like Alien met the works of Richard K. Morgan and had a love child. It's largely a simulationist game where the GM presents and enforces the consequences of the environment. However, the rules do provide a mechanism for the players to control their character's fate beyond the cruel roll of the dice. I'm Rex Celestes, the Chicago Geek Guy. Welcome to the first episode of That's How We Roll. Each session, we'll pick out a game and demonstrate its mechanics. This isn't a playthrough of a session. We're not going to offer role-playing tips or critique these games. Our goal is to demonstrate how to play and let you take it from there. If you've ever found a rulebook confusing, this is the show for you.
In the cold depths of space, it turns out you only need a couple of 10-sided dice. Eclipse Phase operates on a percentile system with the goal of rolling low. Target numbers are determined by skill or ability, modified by environmental factors and duration. The margin of success or failure is determined by the value of the roll. The closer you get to a target number without going over, the greater the success. The higher the roll over that target number, the more serious the failure. Rolling doubles means a critical success or failure, depending on whether or not you make the roll. Let's see how this works.
Zeta Iron, an anarchist techie, wants to hack an industrial mining robot. Her hardware robotics skill is 65. Assuming there are no mitigating factors and she's taking her time, let's test out a few different rolls. Zeta rolls a 25. This roll is less than her target number of 65, so it succeeds. The margin of success equals what she rolled, in this case 25. Zeta rolls a 42. The roll is less than her target number of 65, so it succeeds. The margin of success equals what she rolled, in this case 42. When the margin of success is greater than or equal to 30, it's considered excellent. Zeta hacked that poor robot like a master. Zeta rolls 33. The roll is less than her target number of 65, so it succeeds. That it's a double makes it a critical success. That robot looks over to Zeta and starts to call her mommy. Zeta rolls a 68. It's just over the target number, so it fails. The margin of failure equals the actual roll minus the target number, in this case 3. Zeta rolls 97. It's over the target number, so it fails. The margin of failure equals the actual roll minus the target number, in this case 32. When the margin of failure is greater than or equal to 30, it's considered severe. It doesn't look like this robot's going to do what Zeta wants it to, just out of spite. Zeta rolls an 88. It's over the target number, so it fails. That it's a double makes it a critical failure. Zeta's not quite certain what she did, but she's pretty sure that massive mining laser attached to the robot is not supposed to turn in her direction. Environmental factors like microgravity, lack of tools, extra time can make a task more difficult or easier. Certain tasks require a specific margin of success to happen completely. Two characters working against one another force an opposed test. After screwing up her attempted hack, Zeta decides to hide from the mining robot that's now out to get her. Zeta will use her infiltration skill to hide, while the robot uses its perception to detect her. If Zeta succeeds and the robot fails, Zeta hides behind some nearby crates. If Zeta fails and the robot succeeds, the robot finds that techie and draws a bead on her with that very scary laser. If Zeta and the robot both succeed, compare their margins of success. The largest margin wins the contest. If both Zeta and the robot fail, the characters remain deadlocked and the contest unresolved for another round. Depending on how this contest resolves, Zeta and the robot might break into combat. Action turns in Eclipse Phase break down into a series of opposed tests pitting attack versus defensive values, with some extra rolls added to settle who goes first and how much damage is done. Each character involved in combat rolls a single-sided die and adds it to their initiative stat. Whoever rolls highest goes first. Actions proceed in order, highest to lowest. Fast characters get their additional actions after everyone else has gone. Poor Zeta's in trouble. The robot's on to her and won the initiative. That big old laser swings around to take a shot. The robot will use its beam weapon skill of 50 to attack. As she is defending against a ranged weapon attack, Zeta gets to use half her phrase skill of 20 in this test. The two roll and Zeta loses. Now that the robots scored a hit, we compare armor versus penetration. Zeta's wearing a light suit of body armor, providing a value of 10. That mining laser doesn't have any armor penetration value. When the robot rolls for damage, it will subtract 10, the armor value, minus 0, the armor penetration value, from the damage rolled. The robot rolls 18. Doing the math leads to a resulting damage value of 8. Zeta takes 8 damage points. But there's still more. Since the number of damage points surpasses Zeta's wound threshold, the techie also receives a wound, a more serious injury. The wound will negatively impact her test rolls until healed. Eclipse Phase offers a mechanic to give players more control over their character's fate. Each character starts a session with Moxie points. Players can use Moxie points to ignore all negative modifiers that apply to a given test, flip-flop a die roll, that means an 83 could become a 38, upgrade a success, making it a critical success, ignore a critical failure, treating it as a regular failure instead, or go first in combat. Characters regain Moxie points by resting or good roleplay. While Eclipse Phase contains pages and pages of information about tests and modifiers and uses over 32 acronyms for every possible value or stat, it offers up one idea: the ultimate rule. Have fun. Don't let the rules get in the way of a good session. Thanks for watching our first episode. Please feel free to ask questions, offer thoughts or corrections in the comments below. Until next time, I'm Rex Celestes, the Chicago Geek Guy, for That's How We Roll.